Oh, that's a bright light. And the lights are already on. Well, everybody cleared out. They're going far. Warb and Ted got one fired up last night, so they have one. Warb said, feels like a good morning to kill. So Ted's trigger guy this morning. Mr. Strand is up in our group. We're going to waylay one, and we're just hunting some close hills here. So trying to power down some coffee and wake up before we hit the road.
No energy. This much.
I'm jacked. I'm awake. My eyes look clear. I'm like, let's do this. He's over there. Day 2. Hopefully we can make it out there, folks. No, we're gonna kill one. It's gonna happen. We're going like first dike left, which is in layman's terms like the easiest spot to get to. So there's probably gonna be people there, but that's how we roll. I'm the energy this morning.
That's a bomb.
That's the most ridiculous hunt ever.
We're gonna go mobile. Mill and I were talking about we need to run our playbook, which is stick and stay and make them pay. So we're just gonna get high and cruise ridges and try to find a biter. And we're in West Virginia now, and you can only hunt till 1 o'clock. So that's a little bit of a time constraint. So we need to make the most of this 6-hour hunt period and find one that wants to gobble a lot.
Hey, you don't go to another team's home court and play down to their level.
Absolutely not.
Bring the hammer.
We don't play zone defense.
No.
Man and man. We push the ball forward. We just move it. Keep moving. Full court press.
We're up on top in the hardwoods, and it's all hardwoods. So, welcome to West Virginia, boys. This is day 1 for us here in West Virginia, so pretty excited.
It's a lot bigger than Kentucky. A lot bigger.
Yeah, a lot higher peaks. Like over where we were hunting was like 200 foot to the top, and this to the bottom was like 8.
6 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah. Fired up just to get one to just raw.
We're working this long ridge system, but right now we got a pretty big storm front coming in. So I don't know if we call it a storm front, but big barometric pressure drop, which barometric pressure actually has a lot to do with gobbling activity. You want barometric pressure going up, that kind of increase your gobbling, and then when it's on the drop, when a storm's rolling in, that's when they kind of quit gobbling. So right now we haven't heard a single gobble all day, but we're gonna work our way. This is a long ridge. I mean, we got probably a couple miles to work our way down. We're just gonna call into every spot we can, try to get them going. Tomorrow we're supposed to have a big warm up, so this might be a good spot to come back. They're scratching all over this ridge. There's tracks. I mean, they're in here, just not talking. So covering ground. We're probably, I think we just changed up to we got box calls and our crystal. Try to get real loud.
So we just heard a gobble, first gobble of the morning. The thing that we heard it. We knew it was down this ridge. We got him to go again. And we're pulling out Onyx and just giving that. It was like 400 yards. You can probably using the topo and distance and mark him. So then we can make a plan of attack. I think we probably go up over that ridge down on the back side of it.
It's weather. I think just kind of slow play it.
I think absolutely. Yeah. Take our time. But we gotta mark the waypoint. We know where there's a bird. Now we can go on it.
Well,
Moved right in on our boot tracks.
I guess. We didn't see any boot tracks at all coming in here, so unless they came in from the other side. It's a long ways in here from the other side. Yeah, I don't know. We just heard 2 gunshots. It sounded like across the ridge.
Not far.
Yeah, not far. And I saw a hand fly this way.
Oh, yes, we better go check it
I
out.
think we should probably go check it out.
Yep.
Yeah, that was not ideal. Not ideal.
It's a bit sketchy.
It was close.
Yeah.
That was not far.
Yeah. We had someone walk in behind us, and that bird was hammering. He must have came up to the ridge and turned left. Just heard 2 shots, like right there.
I saw one head fly.
Really? So he killed him.
All right, guys, just finishing up evening day 2. Tomorrow we're gonna split up, and I'm actually gonna head out with Noah and Zach, and Cody's gonna head out with Josh. So get to do some hunt with some friends we want to hunt with for a long time, and yeah, tomorrow's supposed to have good weather, so I'm pretty excited for it. But good day, kind of an eventful day, but day 3 tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out how to operate this rig. I mean, I've never seen push buttons before, but
It's like a spaceship.
oh, I got turned off. Well, good morning. Noah and I were talking about this. I think it's is it day 3? I think we're on day 3. Yeah, day
What day
3.
is it?
Friday. So happy Friday. But we're hooking up with Zach from THP and Ben, and yeah, it's supposed to be good weather. So I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. Everyone seems to have a good vibe today. So hopefully these birds are hammering. There's a bunch of them in there, but we're gonna hike in there in the dark and get set, and hopefully be greeted by about half a dozen gobblers that want to play. And Noah and I are next level jacked. No, we were just talking about how cool the sounds of the whippoorwill is. It's something we're not used to. Sounds like they're kind of a freaky looking bird. Kind of scary.
But they're freaky. They're cool, but they're freaky. The eyes will freak out.
They're nocturnal. Always watching. I'm scared.
I mean, come on.
So now I gotta worry about snakes and whippoorwills.
I checked my boots for copperheads this morning, thanks to Josh. Is he down in that bottom?
I mean, he's only a couple hundred yards.
Right away.
What's that?
It's not far 'cause he's hitting it right away.
Yeah.
It just sounds
Sun come up. Now, I've been thinking that we could kill a turkey right in that bowl. I think we'll probably just do that. No.
I think we'd kill him right here.
We can get them right below where we're at. Probably ought to get there.
That's good.
Is it 350, 300?
Yeah, I say so about 350. Sounds like it's kind of down in that.
I think it's just muffled.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound far.
Oh, it's quite a bit greener in here. It's quite a bit thicker than Red Hills Camp.
Update is, it's been much slower than I think we all anticipated this morning. We left those turkeys and just started running ridges back here, and we're a good ways back in, and we haven't struck any other turkeys, which is crazy because it's perfect temperature, I'd say. Real calm, sunny.
but our goal is just to go out, try to finish out this ridge, and then circle back to where we heard those turkeys. We did hear one here yesterday morning, so hopefully he's down in there and just can't hear us yet. If that doesn't work, just hightail it kind of back towards where those turkeys have been every day, really. They've been in that same spot, and they were there when we came out yesterday, and we walked right past them, so I feel confident in it. Yesterday when we came down through here, right around this bend, they were standing in the road. I'm probably just gonna peek and not call. I don't necessarily want them to start coming in silent as we're coming down that road. I'll probably just crawl out and slowly peek around. That's kind of like what we're doing. We got time. Yeah. Because it really wasn't that far from me at all.
It didn't sound that far from us.
Yeah. Right over there.
That's what we thought. How'd it sound? How far do you think it was from you?
No more than 250.
Yeah. We gotta go.
Yeah, we'll get him. Gotta get him to go again while we're right here. Okay. I think he's on the road.
He's almost level with us.
Yeah. That actually sounds like he moved. Maybe even up to the road. Go get set up on this curve, honestly. See what happens. Yeah, probably right there. I may just stay right here even.
There might be to the curve if you call me.
Yeah. Keely.
Is he coming up a little bit?
He's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. Here he comes.
It's Jake. Yeah, the Jake. Something coming from her left. Do you want to pop over the berm? Yeah. You want to do it? What? Pop over. Pop over the berm.
Yeah.
Jake. Some Jakes.
Got him. Oh my goodness.
He's dead, just laying there.
I'm better on the wing.
I saw you stand. I was like, he's right here.
We came over we thought
Well, the other two were Jakes.
Those two were Jakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other one came around the corner at 20 yards. It's just a Jake.
Really?
That's a
Yeah.
tough turkey right there.
That's a Tom you shot?
Yeah. That's a Tom.
That's the most ridiculous
look
hunt
big.
ever.
I mean,
Dude, I watched that turkey fall out of the sky hundreds of feet. Did you film that?
I don't know if I got it, but I sure tried.
Ben runs up here and
oh
I'm
my
like, get
god.
my camera! It's just like,
Oh my god. That thing was airborne.
oh yeah, he just full on airborne.
Just,
And he, I mean, did you see him hit the ground?
Oh, I didn't see him at all.
Dude,
He's dead.
I mean, he was flying. He shoots the second time and he just
Just guess what
He just straight flew.
That's why you break goose.
12:43. So you guys gotta tell me what just happened. Even.
Okay, so we're sitting there, and I'm like, okay, here, I told them here they come, I can see black bodies. And they come up there, and they got up in the freaking olive, not olive, but autumn olive, yeah.
Right behind the bush.
And I'm like,
Just didn't come
what
out.
are you doing? And they didn't gobble at you, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. They're starting to act a little bit spooky, and I'm like, there's no way they saw, so I haven't seen them yet. Then all of a sudden, it was like, they're down to the left. I'm like, you just hear leaves
I could hear
everywhere.
'em.
I thought I could hear it, and I was all the way back there at that point, and I'm like, dang it, man. I'm like, they're gonna pop right up between us, and I'm not gonna be able to film
like-
you.
This looking up, and I hear him walking right there.
And then a Jake walks out. I mean, just goes to kill him. I'm like, is it Jake? Oh, dang it. I just watched him, and then all of a sudden, he probably saw us, gate was up. Well, there's one below us still, and I'm like, there's still not turkey. And Noah goes, what do you think? And I'm like, he goes, you want to go shoot him? I'm like, that's probably our only bet. So we go over top, and there's Jake right there. I mean, 15 yards. Well, then you're like,
No, yeah, you guys are like, oh, too bad. And I'm just like, he's right here. I could hear, I mean, he couldn't have been, but, I mean, yeah, he was just right there. And then you, like, regain, like,
Yeah.
hunting mode. And you run up and immediately you're, like, as soon as you, like, start looking, you were just like, and
he was right there. He was, I mean, right
right there.
right there. Look how far he went.
Dude, yeah, you see him down there?
And he dropped.
I mean,
Like
way
the minute you hit him, he
down
dropped.
there. Oh my gosh. What?
How many minutes do we even have left?
Like 15?
Oh, yeah,
To
15
the
minutes.
wire.
We were sitting back there going, hey, you know, we hunted them, we did the right thing, but they're not gobbling. And all of a sudden, you struck him down here. And that was, we're like, oh, okay, here we go.
Dude,
He didn't sound like a Jake.
no, I. So yesterday though, it's the same group that we
group.
hunted here and saw yesterday. Yesterday when we were walking out, we saw a Jake, or two Jakes and a Tom. And when he was gobbling, I was like, that's the
a Tom, yeah.
That's what we
the
figured.
Tom. And he was coming, and I could tell he was getting closer, and then all of a sudden he wouldn't respond. And I was like, ew, that doesn't sound good. And then
I just
Sure
figured he
enough.
was closing the distance.
Me
and-
too. I thought, well, we're going to come in quiet. You know what? I'm pretty sure I saw him too. I saw him strutting back there.
really.
Yeah.
But is that just, he's been hunted, he's been pressured, he's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be sneaky? Yeah.
And Andy's with Jakes.
Yeah.
Tom's with Jakes. Typically speaking, are pretty weird.
What's funny is both Noah and I were like, there's no way. He'll come down the road. Like, he's
Yeah.
not coming down underneath.
And he'll let them. I feel like he'll let them do
Lead the way,
necking
exactly.
around, and then he's just be like, all right.
I will say, if Tom did come out there, it was perfect.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
it
it was
was
just a
like-
lone bird, it
He
would have
popped
been.
out. We had a clear view. We're both on him. But
I worried about that actually. That
Well, we didn't have
he
any
was going to
cover
be
around
with
us.
the Jakes.
You know?
sun come down.
Sun come down. Sun come down around. So he ended up, I think, cutting the distance somewhere along there, and he was like, they weren't going to walk on this road. I'm sure they just felt more comfortable coming into a call where they could come to here and peek their head up over this lip of this road,
Crazy
and
calling.
immediately just fly if they need to.
Yeah. Crazy calling. I mean, nuts. Not typical at all.
Then he started working away from him, and they're like, oh, we gotta come in.
That was crazy.
I was worried he was going to soar, but then I just,
Yeah.
so I started tumbling.
He's dead.
Oh, yeah. Dead, hard dead.
Yeah, thank you
First
guys.
Eastern,
That was-
Oh, yeah.
What a
dude,
day.
Absolutely.
What a day.
So
Right
cool.
down to the wire, too.
Yeah.
Very unorthodox hunt for
I'll never forget that one.
Hey,
beard laid down there. for
Yeah, I
sure.
know. That's
so he has a long beard.
oh, man.
That's so insane, dude. I mean, I will say that was there was two fears of mine. One is that he would do something weird and get down here below us. But when I saw you guys moving up, I was like, oh, sweet. Like, that's the right move. That's what I like about a lip like
Yeah.
this, is you can always just pick something big and go right towards it and pop over. And a lot of times, if you're ready, they'll give you a and kind of poke around. But that was one concern. The other concern is yesterday when I saw him, he was with two Jakes.
Yeah.
So I was just like, we better
Make sure. I'm just, I mean, this terrain is steep. They don't care about it at all.
no.
Not one bit.
No, turkeys are weird, man. They're real weird critters. Like that. I mean, that's steep. Like that's gonna be a challenge to walk down there.
Yeah.
But he was just side hilling.
It's going to be more of a slide.
Yeah, they're real strange.
Gosh, they make a
like
lot of
that.
racket in the leaves.
Oh, dude. See, that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
you can sit there and like just scratch so much.
That's the only reason we knew they were down there. If it was
Mhm.
back home, we wouldn't even have known
Oh, no
those were
idea.
down there.
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the funniest part, and like there's two parts. I wish it just sucks I didn't ever have my camera, because there's this moment where I'm looking at you and you're just like, you're done, dude.
Yeah, I'm like,
you're so done. You're like, oh, like just Jake's. And then I'm like, no, there's one here.
And my face probably went like,
oh yeah, and then immediately you pointed the gun, so like he must have darn near been looking at you the whole time. That was so hilarious. And then the other part that was so funny is Ben had my camera, had switched back to gun mode, and then he starts running for me to get, and I'm just like, give me the camera. And then you turn back around.
Man.
as Josh would say, we had to go tactical.
Oh, we went full tactical.
Full tactical. Got a good old beard on him.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty sweet.
That's awesome.
Giant beard. That's awesome, man.
Hasn't fully sunk in.
Eric Strand's first Eastern. Wing shot.
Wing shot. Didn't go 20.
He went 20.
He went 20.
He went well over 20 feet down.
20 yards down.
He was like at the treetop.
Dude, they just like that one I'll never forget because of just the complete mayhem. Like the fact that like you're looking at me like, just Jake's. Like you even gave me a wave like, and then and within 5 seconds you're like.
We figured there was like one over the edge, so then once we saw that there was two more Jakes over the edge, we're like, there can't be more than 3. There was.
I thought like it was loud of them coming, and I'm like I heard them whenever they first got into the leaves, and I'm like, are they up and above the? I thought they might have been above you because the way the terrain just barely wrapped where I was. I was just sitting just behind the hill to where I could see Ben's face, but I couldn't see you guys. And just that little wrap, I was like, oh man, are they up here? So then I started panicking, and then I'm like, no, that can't be right. They gotta be below us. And yeah,
they're making a racket in the leaves.
I thought like if I could get back to you, they were gonna come to me. But then I was like, I don't know. That whole situation was just so weird, so crazy.
Well, then I'm envisioning just like a head, just like, uh-oh.
Well, yeah, and then I mean,
and we had to shoot like in between us, and it just sort
Oh,
of.
that would have been terrible, yeah, if he would have popped right there.
Yeah, it worked exactly the way it needed to.
Sometimes you gotta take the hunt to them.
Oh yeah, I honestly.
Especially at 12:45.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of time to slow play it.
I'm one of these turkey hunters that I like that little pop over. I mean, I'll use a log if it's flatter. I'll use a rock. I'll use a big tree right at the terrain break. But there's a lot of times that a pressured turkey, especially, and this turkey's pressured. This is worth noting.
Yeah.
For those watching, like the parking area is just right over there. What, 400 yards away?
Yeah, it's close.
The guys that we filmed yesterday morning were calling to this bird down in here. We've called to this bird.
We called to him this morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been pressured for sure. And I mean, if he's a tom that's been around for a couple seasons, he's definitely been pressured and probably been bumped off that road. And I think everything we did was just right until maybe we should have just been able to shoot down into this, I guess. But even at that, it's like, it's a tough call because if he comes right down the pipe on the road, then it's perfect too. I honestly think if he was
going to cover on the road to hide if we could see both sides.
Mm-hmm. I think if he was a lone bird, he probably would have came down the road or dropped down here and stayed just underneath potentially. But I mean, he could have got low, but it's just like the road seemed like the best option. It's just crazy. This bull's tough too. This whole big terrain feature is a unique little spot here where like the turkeys are spending all their time down low. Like when we heard them this morning. No.
You can see across it real easy.
Mm-hmm. So. And like if anybody drops in here, like think of them roosted right in these trees. If anybody drops in there off from the parking lot, I mean, there's no way. You'd have to be doing that like an hour and a half before daylight in the pitch black to get in here with them. And that's why they're here, I think.
Yep.
Good deal, man.
Thank you very much. Thanks, buddy.
I've been with you and you killed a tom, and now I've been with you and you killed a tom.
Our last 2 hunts together, we've killed a tom.
Oh, you been with him when he killed his own?
Yeah, we flip flopped in Oregon.
I was filming him, and it came around behind us,
Yeah.
and he just threw his gun in my lap and said, "Shoot that bird."
That was awesome.
Dude, I'm stoked. We got a picture in the hardwoods for sure. All right, guys. Well, this is our last day in West Virginia. Had an absolute blast getting to hunt with everyone this whole trip. I mean, honestly, it's been a real treat getting to learn everything. Yeah, very, very, very grateful. Zach and Ben took us on the wing today. They've been on this spot for the last couple days, and they had these turkeys pretty well figured out this morning. Let them be, came back in, and 15 minutes before shooting time ended at 1 o'clock, ended up getting them. So it was a heck of a hunt. I think we're driving to Ohio now, so we're going north, heading to Ohio, and gonna try our hand up there, and then I have to go home tomorrow. But yeah, I really, really had a good time, and can't tell you guys thank you enough.
Good deal, man.
Appreciate
Good
it.
shooting.
Dude, it was
Yeah,
awesome.
glad
Awesome.
you guys came. It was awesome.
Freaking sweet. First Eastern.